Dude, have you ever witnessed someone completely reinvent themselves like every other week? Because that's literally what we've been watching with JoJo Siwa. This girl changes personalities faster than most people change their Netflix profiles. One day, she's a rainbow-haired LGBTQ plus icon. The next, she's blonde and straight, claiming the community pressured her. I mean, come on. Let me break this whole saga down for you, because it's honestly wild from start to finish. So JoJo Siwa started out as this super sweet Nickelodeon kid, right? Big, colorful bows, sugary songs, the whole innocent act. Her family basically turned her into a walking brand. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing her face on lunchboxes, toothbrushes, whatever. The money was absolutely rolling in. But here's the thing. She grew up. And when she grew up, she decided she didn't want to be that sparkly bow girl anymore. Totally fair. Everyone evolves. But JoJo's problem? She went completely overboard with every single rebrand. First, she came out as lesbian. Cool. People were supportive, called her brave, whatever. But then she started calling herself the inventor of gay pop. Bro, what? Like Lady Gaga, Elton John, and Freddie Mercury just never existed? She's acting like she's rewriting music history or something. Then came the Karma era. Oh my god, that song was absolutely brutal. It became one of the most disliked songs in YouTube history. The music video was just uncomfortable. She's doing all these weird dance moves that look like she's having some kind of breakdown. I genuinely felt secondhand embarrassment watching it. But here's the crazy part. JoJo knew exactly what she was doing. She saw the hate comments, she saw people roasting her dance moves, but she kept going because she figured out something genius. That attention is still attention. Even if people hated her, they were still watching. They still had notifications turned on. She was getting engagement either way. Then we got the full LGBTQ plus era. Rainbow hair, pride flags, trying to be this voice for the community. It went on for a while, seemed somewhat genuine, until she decided to go on Celebrity Big Brother UK. This is where everything went completely off the rails. She went into that house as this proud lesbian, but then started flirting with some dude named Hughes. Like her girlfriend is sitting at home watching this on TV while JoJo's cuddling up with some random guy. That's not just messy, that's genuinely cruel. But wait, it gets worse. She drops this bombshell. Actually, I'm not lesbian, I'm queer. And if I said I was lesbian, it's because the LGBTQ plus community pressured me into it. What? Girl, you were waving pride flags for over a year, speaking for the community, and now you're saying they forced you? People absolutely lost it, especially her lesbian fans who felt completely used and betrayed. I mean, I get it. Imagine supporting someone who you think represents you, only for them to turn around and say, actually, I was never really one of you. You guys pressured me into it.
Oh my god, that's unbelievable. That's not a trash bowl.
No, I told you.
I thought it was a trash bowl.
No.
That's incredible.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks like something you paid for.
Fast forward to now, and JoJo's completely different again. Straight blonde hair, traditional girlfriend role, talking about marriage and babies with Chris. It's like watching someone speedrun through every possible identity crisis. Last week, she dropped a cover of Bette Davis Eyes, and holy crap, it's somehow worse than Karma. People are saying she sounds like a haunted Furby, or asking if it's an anti-smoking campaign. The auto-tune is working overtime and still can't save whatever's happening with her voice. The video got 22 million views, but only 400K likes. That's not engagement, that's intervention level stuff. The top 2 comments have more likes than her entire video combined. People are absolutely dragging her in the comments, and honestly, some of them are pretty creative about it. Now, there are pregnancy rumors floating around. Chris is always touching her stomach in videos, acting all protective like there's a baby in there. Fans are zooming in, screenshot analyzing, trying to figure out if she's actually showing. But honestly, I think this is just more rage bait. Because here's the thing, JoJo has pulled the fake pregnancy stunt before. She literally pranked people with it a couple years ago. So now everyone's split between thinking she's actually pregnant or just trolling again for attention. The timing is sus too. They've been together for what, a few months, and she's already talking about marriage and kids? Meanwhile, her ex-girlfriend Kat is probably somewhere trying to process how quickly JoJo went from planning a future together to having babies with a dude on national TV. Then there's the whole XOMG pop scandal that Rolling Stone exposed. Turns out the kids in JoJo's girl group were allegedly being overworked, forced to perform while injured, treated like robots. One girl supposedly danced with a surgical wound. That's not just unprofessional, that's borderline abusive. So now JoJo's alienated her LGBTQ+ fan base, confused the straight audience, lost her kid fans entirely, and has exploitation allegations hanging over her brand. At this point, nobody's watching JoJo Siwa because they actually like her music. They're watching because it feels like witnessing a slow-motion car crash. What gets me is that none of this had to happen. If JoJo had just taken some time to figure out who she actually was, instead of jumping from trend to trend, maybe she could have had a genuine career. Instead, we're watching this weird performance art piece where someone destroys their own reputation for clicks. The pregnancy thing especially bugs me because if it's real, that's a huge life decision she's making while clearly in the middle of an identity crisis. If it's fake, she's literally using pregnancy as a marketing tool, which is pretty messed up. And Chris? Dude went from "we're just friends" to "my favorite belly" in like a month. Either they're actually in love, which good for them, I guess, or this is the most elaborate PR relationship we've seen in a while. The whole thing just feels so performative. What's really sad is that somewhere under all these rebrands is probably a person who just wants to be authentic but never learned how. She's been a brand since she was a kid. Her family monetized her childhood, then her team kept pushing different personas based on what would trend. She posted on her story recently saying, "I'm not bothered," while literally drawing on some random dude's private parts. Like, girl, that's not how you prove you're not bothered. That's exactly what someone who's bothered would do. There's supposedly a music video coming for this Bette Davis Eyes cover, and you know there's going to be choreography. Honestly, I'll probably watch it. We all will. Because at this point, JoJo Siwa content is like a car accident. You don't want to look, but you can't help yourself. I just hope someday she stops and asks herself, who do I actually want to be, instead of what will get me the most attention this week? Because this constant reinvention thing isn't sustainable. Eventually, people get tired of the circus. What do you think? Is this all just elaborate performance art, or is she genuinely going through it? Either way, it's been one hell of a ride watching it all unfold. Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm genuinely curious what everyone else makes of this whole situation. The JoJo Siwa saga continues, and honestly, I have no idea where it's headed next. But I'll probably be here for it regardless because apparently I'm addicted to this chaos just like everyone else.